Selected one. A change is taking place. The cosmos is aligning, and you might not realize it now, but you are getting ready for something amazing in your life. Not really comprehend it, but you sense deep down that you are not here by chance. And you're not just seeing this film. It's a sign that God is going to raise you up. He is getting you ready for a breakthrough, a change, and a divine acceleration. You, the chosen one, have been overcoming obstacles and reaching new heights. Trials and remaining steadfast when everything around you appeared to be falling apart. And now, be prepared for your upcoming season of elevation, because God moves when He moves. Opportunities will suddenly present themselves, opening doors that were previously closed. Will open with ease. Circumstances that appeared insurmountable will change to your advantage. But you have to be. Being prepared for elevation involves more than simply benefits. It also involves, as you gain responsibilities, you'll face new obstacles. But don't worry. You were meant for this. Every obstacle you've encountered, every failure and every hold-up wasn't squandered. It was all a prelude to the destiny that awaits you before we. If you are really the chosen one, read this message carefully and stick with me. Keep watching this video through to the end, because what you're going to hear could completely alter your life. Take a moment to connect with the force of this message. If you think that manifestation is possible, if you're prepared for the upcoming breakthrough, leave your best wishes in the comments section and type 99 is a representation of the end of one chapter and the start of a new one. As you write down your want, feel it in your heart and speak it into existence. The cosmos reacts to your energy, so take a time of alignment, faith, and assurance that what is destined for you is already on its way now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. There are indicators everywhere that your elevation is close by, so let's get right to the point. Observed. The changes in your environment, the people leaving the unexpected restless sensations in life are not coincidences. God eliminates distractions just before elevating you, clears the way by keeping you away from anything that can impede your advancement. You might find this awkward, feel alone, and perhaps wonder why. Trust the process. What you are losing is insignificant in comparison to what is happening. Some things are happening the way they are. If you're feeling static, get ready for the ascent you're going to experience. If you're going through a period where things seem unsure or slow, know that this is a divine arrangement. God is setting you up and working in the background. The most potent transformations take place in the darkest regions, where seedlings sprout. Don't confuse silence with absence. Before they shine, and you are the chosen one, diamonds are produced under pressure before they break through the dirt. One of the main indicators that elevation is approaching throughout the refining process is that you will experience a sudden, irresistible want to change in order to please Ed. Your spirit gets restless when you no longer yearn for anything more, and you have a strong need for anything more. Pay attention to this sensation. Is a heavenly message? Your soul's realization that you're outgrowing your current circumstance. Lean into it rather than against it. Another indication is the way relationships alter as you rise in your group. Some people may move away. Some people will misinterpret you, while others will attempt to hinder you. Don't take it personally. Not everyone is destined to go where you are. People were only supposed to be in your life for a certain amount of time. And when God is ready to exalt you, and He will eliminate those who do not share your purpose. Protection, not rejection, is what you need to be aware of during this time. Distractions can take many different shapes, and the enemy is aware that you are about to make a breakthrough. Temptations, uncertainties, pointless arguments. Maintain focus and resist the want to dragged into negativity. Maintain your focus, your vitality, and your vision. Focused on your destination, preparing also entails elevating your thinking, which calls for a fresh level of thinking that prevents you from letting go of the past and moving on with old fears, uncertainties, or limits. The thoughts that tell you that you are not good enough are released by failures. You are already qualified, possess everything you need, walk with assurance, and put life before yourself. Declare prosperity, abundance, and favor over your future. You might not fully understand it. Image yet, but that's all right. Faith isn't interested in seeing it. About having faith that every action you take will bring you closer to your goal. Increased confidence that the current situation is a part of the divine plan. You are precisely where you should be right now, so don't shrink when the breakthrough occurs. Consider if you deserve it, and avoid letting imposter syndrome consume you. Have earned it, shown loyalty, put in the effort, and now it's yours. Now, take a courageous step towards your elevation and be prepared because God is on the move. Turning the tide in your favor by gaining access to opportunities, contacts, resources are all coming together for you. Keep your mind open and remain thankful. The road to advancement is not always simple, but it is always worthwhile if you continue to put life before your aspirations. You are being called to reach new heights and become a better version of yourself. You will be challenged, stretched, and pushed beyond on this adventure. Your comfort zone, but each obstacle you encounter serves as a component of your training. At this moment, you might be in a period of time when you think nothing is going on. However, let me tell you, everything is taking place behind the scenes, and the components are arriving. You too could feel the strain of waiting, and I understand that waiting can be difficult. However, waiting is not a waste of time. Rather, it is a developing period of time. Don't rush the process. You must build the power, knowledge, and character necessary for your next level. The foundation is the first step in building a skyscraper, and the deeper the foundation, the higher you are currently in your foundation season. Let God to work on you. Allow Him to strengthen you so that you can stand tall and proud when the time comes. Unshakable. Protecting your energy levels is one of the most crucial things you can do this season. Clarity. Pay attention to what you let into your thoughts and spirit. Your ideas are surrounded by positive, self-believing people who encourages you to develop. Now is not the moment for pessimism. When in doubt, talk life into yourself, abundance, favor, and blessings. The universe is listening to what you have to say, and your words have power. Challenges at the moment, but don't let them deter you. Challenges are frequently when the enemy does not attack, it is an indication that you are headed in the correct direction. If you are having resistance, is a sign that you are approaching your breakthrough. Keep moving forward and keep progressing. When you feel like giving up, keep in mind that you have persevered through every challenge. You are stronger than you realize and more powerful than you think after a difficult day that you thought would break you. Chosen one. The elevation that is approaching you is not merely concerning your existence, your purpose, and the person you were meant to be. Impact. Your elevation is a blessing not only for you, but also for the people you are positioning yourself to be a source of inspiration, light, and hope for others by sharing your story. Will serve as a survival guide for someone else. Your accomplishments will demonstrate to others what is achievable when you follow your beliefs. That is the reason you can't give up. You have to keep trying because someone somewhere is this season. As you wait for your story, you must also let go of anything that no longer helps you. You can't carry your old burdens into fresh joys. Therefore, let go of the fear, pain, guilt, and those who don't support you should all be released. Separation is necessary for your growth elevation, and not everyone can accompany you. And that's all right. Don't cling to people because you're comfortable or because you're afraid of isolation is sometimes necessary for elevation alone. But keep in mind that isolation is not. It's preparation, loneliness, and the quiet moments in the silence where you will hear the God's voice is the clearest. Believe what He says and follow His guidance. As you rise, Maintain your humility while remaining assured that you deserve everything. Benefit that is on the way to you. You didn't come here to become smaller. Did not go through those difficulties to play small and bravely enter your own destiny. Your brilliance, your power, and what you were born for are needed by the world. There is a change taking place in your spirit. Can you sense it? You are prepared for this. The feeling that something significant is going to occur, the excitement and the anticipation is divine alignment, not your imagination, and you're not waiting for the only thing separating you and your breakthrough is that it is waiting for you. The timing for elevation is rapidly approaching, but here's what you must understand that elevation has a cost and that you must let go of what is. You must trust what you cannot see most of the time in order to be familiar with what is greater. People who hold too firmly to comfort but choose one instead of having faith are the ones that miss their ascent. You are unique, prepared for the leap, and prepared to enter the unknown. Since you know deep down that this season, your destiny is much bigger than your comfort zone, you must go by faith rather than sight. So don't give up if everything seems chaotic around you. When a seed is about to sprout, the dirt cracks, a butterfly emerges, and pandemonium frequently accompanies transformation. The shattering that results in your becoming is what causes the cocoon tears to surface. Even while life seems to be shifting, that shifting is creating space for your elevation. Have faith that everything is taking place for you, not for you. Observe that as you get closer to your breakthrough, distractions will get worse and issues could come from situations in unexpected places could stress your patience. Peace, but avoid the trap. The enemy is always trying to make noise. Prior to the blessing, maintain your attention. Your advancement is too crucial to be sabotaged by drama, negativity, or fear. Your serenity is your power, and nobody can take it away from you. When elevation is close to your inner guidance, this is also a moment to pay close attention to your intuition. Grows more powerful, pay attention to your emotions, and pay heed to the cues that, if something feels odd, don't dismiss the indications the universe is telling you. If something inspires you, go for it. Your intuition is your guide, your destiny. Yet it's important to realize that elevation calls for a change in identity. You can't advance with the previous iteration of yourself. You have to let go of the self you were before, the one who doubted and played small. That took less than you deserved. The version of you that put up with rudeness and doubted your excellence, that remained silent to allow others to feel at ease leaving that version. Step into the bold, self-assured, and unstoppable you that lies behind the elevated you. Version now, as your future is waiting for you to seize it. Don't worry about outgrowing people. Not everyone will grow up with you. Is intended to develop alongside you. Some individuals are a part of your past rather than your future. And it's acceptable when you ascend. You'll observe that your circle becomes narrower but more robust. Spend time with people who appreciate your development rather than those who are offended by it. Demands alignment. The individuals you walk with should be reflective of your goals, not where you've been. And let me say something significant. You deserve it. I'm aware that the adversary has attempted to persuade you that you are not. He has attempted to remind you of your past, your errors, and your shortcomings. But let me clarify that none of those things disqualify you from. In actuality, the things that you believed would shatter you are actually what gave you your scars. Evidence that you survived the thing that was supposed to kill you, and that you are entering a time when opportunities will present themselves, and you are prepared for the reward. Without any effort, you have cured yourself, not because you are fortunate, but because you were ready. Have matured and given up. Now is the moment to receive. And when you do, don't feel sorry for it, and don't lower yourself to make other people feel better. It's not about being cocky. Rather, it is about taking up a task and putting your all into it. You're calling so that others can witness the potential that arises when you have faith in the process. And keep in mind that the elevation will one day, everything will change abruptly. The door will open, the call will come, and when the opportunity arises, be prepared because there won't be any time to be ready. Instead, it will be time to. This is the reason you are being instructed to remain prepared and pack your bags with trust. In the spiritual world, this is your confirmation, so get your thoughts straight and act as though it has already been completed. You're not insane to think that something significant is about to happen, and you're not incorrect to feel that you were destined for. If that emotion is your destiny calling, you should respond to it and remain prepared, because the air seems like you are standing on the brink of something that will change your life, and your moment is not simply coming. Distinct as your soul is aware, you might be going through a phase where you experience conflict between where you are and where you are experiencing tension, which is a sign to persevere rather than to stop. Are closer than you might believe. Most individuals give up at this point in the journey because they think pressure is the wrong thing. For punishment, but pay close attention. Pressure is not punishment. Under pressure, prepared diamonds are created, and you are currently becoming. Elevation is more than just getting it. It's about becoming it. Changing. Becoming a person capable of managing the blessing you are hoping for in the event that it comes before you are prepared for it will overwhelm you rather than uplifting you, which is why you are experiencing what you are. The procedure may be hard, but the goal is strong, and the process is stretched, polished, and strengthened. Believe it or not, you may have observed that life has been putting you and your team to the test. Your patience has been put to the test, and your faith has been tried. Endurance. But the truth is that the best promotions follow the greatest challenges, and the good news is that each time you decide to believe, you pass. Instead of doubting yourself, you persisted each time rather than giving up. Past each time you rose from a setback. Your perseverance has been your qualifying, but there's a crucial step that you must take in order to let go of your fear, since it has prevented you from applying and has been the greatest thief of destiny. From speaking, trying, and believing, but fear is powerless unless you give it fuel. It's time to stop feeding it with your uncertainties and complaints. You've been doing it for too long. Faith, the future is too big to be constrained by fear-based lies. You have everything you need to succeed. All you have to do is take one step. You were meant for this. Going forward, now is also the time to end the unnecessary cycle of hesitation. Another indication that you don't require the additional proof you've been seeking the ideal moment. But elevation does not wait for the ideal moment, which is now. When you move with faith, the universe reacts, allowing you to feel prepared. Doors open for those who knock, and opportunities arise for those who are brave. Let me remind you of something. Move forward, quit second-guessing, and start doing. Nobody, not even strong individuals, can stop what is intended for you. Nobody can cease being afraid of your history. What God has for you is for you. That you will lose out on the chance that is yours and that bears your name. However, keep in mind that while no one can take away your blessing, your absence of being prepared can make you miss it. So being prepared is not a recommendation, that it is necessary during this season. You will also observe that people in your surroundings will change in ways you never anticipated, such as distance plans. You were banking on might not come to pass, and things that once fulfilled you might no longer make you happy. Not interfere with this shift's flow when you raise anything that links Ed to anything that cannot ascend with you will also slip away if you don't elevate yourself. Is harmony rather than loss? Have faith that everything that leaves your life is creating space for improvement. Discipline is another essential component of your elevation. And elevation is more than just a spiritual transformation, involves practical planning. Change your behaviours to your money. Take care of your health and get ready for what you are requesting. You are unable to request more, and continue doing what you do every day. Makes you who you are, and who you become dictates what you can manage. Let me also talk about something that is preventing a lot of people from comparing. Quit examining the advancement of others and stop doubting your path is distinct, your timing is divine, and what is intended for you won't pass you by. Honour others, but keep your attention on your lane. Comparing others robs happiness, and happiness is. You are entering a season where everything you own will be protected by your fuel. Endured will make sense, all the tears, setbacks, and closed doors. You have been in the fire, but it was never intended to shatter you. Rather, it was designed to build you. However, you were polished by the fire and are now emerging. You are not stronger, wiser, or prepared for the next level of advancement. In order to be ready for this phase of your journey, you need to comprehend something. Importantly, your thinking serves as the entryway to the next phase of your life. Before it occurs, keep in mind that you cannot advance in life by thinking at a lower level. It's time to give up narrow-minded ideas that tell you it's too late to be qualified or that your dreams are unattainable. The only boundaries are those you choose to accept. You are more powerful than you realize, and you must dream greater, believe more, and think bigger for what lies ahead. Deeper selected one, now is not the moment to pause. Rather, it is the time for stop repeating "I hope it," and instead speak to your future as though it has already arrived. Occurs and begin stating that it is occurring right now. When you announce your vision with authority, the cosmos works to bring it to pass. Your words have the ability to speak. Declare out loud that you are ready, selected, and elevated into existence. I'm ready to take on all that is meant for me. I feel like I own it since it is already yours as you ascend, and realize that separation is necessary for ascent. Since separation is difficult, here is where a lot of individuals make mistakes, but you have to understand that some people were only assigned to your history and not your future. So just because they can't get where you're going doesn't mean they are horrible people. Therefore, don't wait till their part in your story is finished. Because of habit or guilt to relationships, but when God changes your life, He changes your circle elevation, necessitates alignment, which occasionally entails walking. When you are alone yourself for a while, don't be afraid of solitude. It is holy. Will plainly hear your following instructions, and in the silence, you'll discover your actual. You will encounter distractions and objects intended to draw you in at this period. Naturally, they could manifest as conflict, temptation, or self-doubt. But this is a reminder that although there are many distractions, your goal is more important. When you are about to make a breakthrough, the opposition will send distractions. Therefore, if you feel attacked, the closer you get, the more you should push. That is not a cue to stop. The higher you go, the more formidable the opposition. But you are stronger than it, so keep your eyes forward, and your soul is unbreakable, and thankfulness is another essential component of your ascent. Thankfulness attracts. Those who just enjoy what comes next do not experience miracle ascent. Those who celebrate the present should express gratitude for more than just the final destination. However, appreciate the lessons learnt from the setbacks in order to progress. When you learn to appreciate instead of complain, you allow abundance to enter your life. Declare out loud that you are grateful to God for what is already coming. Thank you for the possibilities that are arriving, the doors that are opening, the favour that is flowing, and keep in mind that discipline is the link between where you are and where you want to be. Although motivation is strong, it will eventually wear off. Discipline is what keeps you going. When motivation wanes, elevation necessitates constant, persistent behaviour. Consistent faith and focus appear daily as though the breakthrough is happening today. Get ready as though the chance is already here, and act as though it's finished, and it will be soon. You need to let go of your fear of failing. is not the antithesis of elevation. Rather, it is a component of every obstacle you have encountered, has prepared you for your return. Failure teaches. Failure improves. Failure makes you stronger. The only real failure is giving up, which you have already done. Far to give up now. Keep going, keep learning, keep developing, and when you fall, keep getting back up. Get back up because you always get back up after falling. Stronger. Now is also the moment to embrace faith without action, and courageous action is unrealistic. You must move even if you pray for elevation and then remain motionless. You don't have everything worked out, so even if you're scared, move. Clarity comes in doing rather than waiting for the universe to reward you when your path is unclear. Brave, quit over-analyzing and take action without allowing other people's opinions to influence you. People will talk if you don't stop elevating yourself, and they will start to distrust you. Will misinterpret you. Accept it. Stop arguing about your fate. The outcomes will speak louder than any explanation ever could when you stop justifying yourself and begin to elevate yourself. Your elevation will arrive quickly, and when you glance up, everything will have changed. So you're being advised to remain prepared, because when it occurs, there won't be time to prepare since the door will open abruptly. A call will arrive out of the blue. The opportunity will present itself right away, and you will need to act. Without hesitation, remain prepared in your heart, mind, and spirit. Choose one of your time is not coming. It has already arrived, and the change is taking place. The elevation is already ready. The breakthrough is already taking shape. And everything all you have to do is enter it with courage, faith, and without a doubt, be prepared because what you have been hoping for is going to happen. Your life is going to undergo a permanent transformation, so prepare yourself. Although it may seem like a long journey, now is your season of alignment. The delay served as a prelude to divine timing rather than a refusal. And now that the timing is right, the connections are being made, and the pieces are coming together. Although the doors are opening, the reality about elevation is that it is not something you wait for. Rather, it is something you assert it with boldness, bravery, and faith as you step into it. Now that your breakthrough is ready, it's time for you to prepare, but understand that you must let go of who you were in order to achieve this elevation. You cannot enter a new season. Instead, you must step into who you are supposed to be. You cannot claim fresh blessings with an outdated mindset and outdated habits. Ascend to a new level while letting go of the pain from your previous release. Let go of the uncertainty, the fear, and most importantly, the version of you are not small, and you never will be, even though you played small strong, predestined, and prepared for what comes next. The adversary will attempt to jolt you with apprehension about failing, the unknown, and losing people. But you must understand that a mind full of fear is unaffected by dread. Will murmur, "What if you fall?" But faith will respond, "What if you fly?" You've gone too far to allow fear to hold you back now, and the best version of yourself is on the opposite side of fear, rushes at it, and breaks through its height. People who put their faith above their fear, like you do today. But elevation is not only about what you get, but also about who you become. Turning into the version of yourself that is prepared to accept the blessing and deal with the accountability. Prepared to fulfill your vocation with grace and strength that a more disciplined, daring, and visionary version of yourself must appear every day as though the speaking like it, walking like it, and thinking like it, elevation has already occurred. You must safeguard your attention as you move, since that is how you attract it. Distractions will arrive, and people will put you through hardships, will attempt to disturb you, but not everything is worthy of your time. Keep your focus, preserve your energy, and fight every battle that comes your way. Heart, the air gets thinner as you ascend, making it impossible to carry everyone with you. You can't be there for every distraction or reply to every critic. Your ascent necessitates concentration and attentive listening. You will sense there is usually discomfort associated with elevation because growth and comfort cannot coexist in the same area. You will be put to the test and stretched. Even though you can feel alone, the discomfort is evidence that you are progressing. Embrace it and lean into it. The version of yourself that comes out of the suffering will be unstoppable. You should also anticipate the unexpected rise frequently occurs abruptly. At first glance, it appears as though nothing is happening, but everything will change in the future, so you need to be prepared. You won't have time to prepare when the call comes. You'll only have time to answer. So get ready now. Right now, sharpen your skills and make your life more in line with your vision, because you'll be prepared to grab the chance when it presents itself. And let's be clear on something. No one can prevent you from rising, no obstacle, no opinion. The enemy may prevent you from receiving what God has intended for you. It will locate you, follow you, and surpass you as the sole thing that can prevent you from being promoted if you decide to postpone. If you decide to settle but make a different decision today, faith, you decide on action today, you decide on elevation today. So what occurs when elevation comes? You rise, but you rise gracefully. Being humble allows you to rise with thankfulness and remember your origins. However, you also don't say sorry for where you're heading. You don't back down to make people feel at ease. You shine because the world needs your light, not just you. Your elevation is more than just a blessing. It's a task that elevates you so that you can elevate others. Are blessed in order for you to bless others. You are in a position to ignite a fire that will lead to impact, and the most potent element is that your ascent doesn't stop here. It is an ongoing journey. As you advance through the levels, you will face new obstacles, learn new things, and achieve new heights. But with you will also become stronger, smarter, and more capable at each level. You are rising for a lifetime when you rise for a moment.